Morning world, it's coastpath walkies time again as I'm out here with Maisie again, doing a bit more coastpath today. We're down in South Devon and we're walking from Branscombe, or just the other side of Branscombe, to Seaton today. It's about 4.5 miles in total from where I'm starting off from, and not too terrible. It's a short one because there's not really a bus to bring me back, so it's there and back. So 9 miles time I walked it. So I'm doing a bit of a double header this weekend. I'm actually staying down here right near Branscombe. That's how I'm sort of starting in the middle of nowhere, as it were. And I'm doing 2 walks. So I'm walking to Seaton today, and tomorrow I'm going to walk the other way to Sidmouth. In all fairness, the two together are about 10 and a bit miles. So if you're a serious walker, you're going to be doing that in a day. Probably more than that, in all honesty, but I try and keep these films relatively short distances so it's not too daunting for beginners. But if you're thinking about doing this as a serious walk, you'll want to watch both films so you can see what you've got coming. Steady. Got a new pack on today, one I picked up from Mountain Warehouse. It's got like a mesh back on it which is away from the rest of the pack, so in theory it gives breathability on your back so you don't sweat so much on the back, which is something I do tend to struggle with. You may notice in some of my other films, if you've watched any of them, that quite a lot of the time you'll see me with only one shoulder strap on the pack because I'm trying to keep it away from my back. As you do, that's not the best way to wear a pack, so I thought I'd try and get a pack that worked better for me. So I bought it from Mountain Warehouse. I'll let you know how I get on by the end of the day or whatever. It's also time I told you a little bit more about these boots that I've been wearing, so a walk and a kit review in one today. Anyway, let's show you some scenery for a while. Branscombe mouth 1 mile, eh? Better add some on. Come on, mate. Branscombe Beach is a nice little place. There's a kiosk, a car park and toilets, but not much more than that. Then again, what more do you need for a day on the beach? Up in the village there's a very nice pub called the Fountainhead that sells good food and good beer. I had a very tasty chicken lasagna in there, washed down with a few pints of ale. Bury Barton Caravan Park was nice too. It's on a farm and fairly basic but nice. We were treated to a peacock walking around the field one evening. The showers and amenities were all clean and serviceable. My only concern would be that with only 2 shower cubicles for the men, it could be a problem in high season. So that was Branscombe beach, very picturesque little beach. That's where my 4.2 miles start from. I've done a mile on top of that, so I've actually broke the 2 days walking up just fine, to be honest with you. About the same each way. So now it's to climb out of Branscombe, and it's the usual saying, onwards and upwards now. I suppose I could tell you about these boots now. They're North Face. I can't remember what they're called, so I'll put a caption up on the screen. Yeah, so they're made with the new Futurelight technology, which apparently is waterproof. Although, when I first got the boots, I found, I didn't treat them with anything straight away. Because my previous boots, also the name I've forgotten, I'll put that on the screen, didn't need any treatment. They were waterproof without. But these, I found walking through long wet grass, they allowed water to come in and that with wet socks. And I didn't expect that from an expensive pair of boots from a brand that you'd expect more reliability. Other than that, they've been a very good pair of boots. They're comfortable, probably the most comfortable boots I've ever worn. Narrow in the ankle, so a bit of the squeeze getting my feet in, but once my feet are in, comfortable as anything. All the support I would need from rocks under feet. It's a Vibram sole, so good grip. No complaints in that respect, just without being treated with nick wax, which I've now done and they're now fine, but not as waterproof as I would have expected. So there you go, short review into my boots. Let me show you the route now, where we're going. Put that screen down. Oh, that comes out half as good as it looks in real life. You know, I said how much I was enjoying this little path that went underneath the brow of the cliff because it was easier going. Well, it looks as though I'm going to have to climb right up there anyway. Not so great. Still, shall I say it again? Onwards and definitely upwards. Okay, so we've arrived at Beer Beach. Good name, Beer. Good beach. Which side shall we go, Maisie? Do that again. So that was the beach in Beer. That was a lovely beach too. It's a really nice feel about it down there. I've decided I will be coming back here, bringing my paddleboard. There's some, if you can see them over there, right on the end there's some little caves that will make some great footage from the old paddleboard, I'm sure. Yeah, another thing moving on to. So yeah, going on from that, my little YouTube journey is moving on a little bit. I've done 15 films now. This will be number 16. I'm lucky enough that more than 100 of you have decided it's worth your while subscribing to my channel. I thank you for that. The reward for that will be more of these walking videos, films from my paddleboard as I've just suggested, maybe other films from the water, coastal bike rides, and more coast path. Really anything to do with the coast, hence Joe's Coastal Dream. So if any of you others out there haven't actually subscribed yet, if you like the sound of that and you want to see more of it, then why not subscribe? It's easy and it's free, and all it really does is it makes it a lot easier for you to find my films when they come out in the future. So do it, and be there when I come back to beer on my paddleboard. That'll be funny, because I'm not the greatest paddleboarder in the world. Not much experience, so it'll be, here's some beautiful scenery, splash. Oops. Okay, so we're pressing on the Seaton now. Shouldn't be too much further. Oh, it's about 1.5 miles. It's about 2 miles from Beer. Alright, 1.75 miles. I haven't come half a mile yet. I'm wishing. In the meantime, guess what? Onwards and upwards.
Do you want one of him?
I'll have to put that in the film now, just for the comedy factor. This is Seaton Hole Beach. It's well, not more than 1/4 mile, as the sign at the top said. Just round to Seaton, which you can see along there. Before we go any further, I've got an insider tip for you. Now, I know some of my YouTuber colleagues watch this, so just bear this one in mind. If you're ever doing a walkthrough scene on a beach, and you set it all up nice, and then you go to walk through, make sure you're watching the waves as you're doing so. It can go a little bit wrong. As you can see, we've reached Seaton, and I'm pleased to say that even though I put my batteries in the wrong way round in the charger this morning, my gimbal batteries have survived for the day, so that's still working. That's amazing. Other than that, not much to say other than thanks for watching. See you again on the next one, and the next one, as you know, is going to be from where I started today, Branscombe way up to Sidmouth. So tune in and watch that. See you again soon.